Is that good?
Yeah.
You got it? The flag's all sorted?
I got one of them sorted.
Poor guy. You can't even. Oh, you can see it.
You can see it, yeah. Look at that.
Okay, yeah. Cover. We don't want any women seeing that piano. They got to see a big picture.
I mean,
of
I
Trump.
do actually
That's
hate
better.
having that piano behind me because every time I go to make the thumbnails, I have to crop it out.
You do?
Yeah, every single time.
Why don't you just move it?
There's a lot of things, honestly, that would make my life easier if I moved them around, but whatever.
Like what?
All the stickers and
What would
crap
make your
you
life
have.
easier?
Nah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Stickers and crap? What?
Well, because I have to edit out the mic stands.
Oh, well, those are necessary.
Yeah, I know. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Check it out. Look what I got.
What'd you get?
I got enough eye patches.
Oh, all right. Well,
After my tantrum.
Now we'll never. Watch as you lose every one of those.
Now I don't care, right? The other one was hard to. I needed it. Now I don't care if I lose them, so I'll go through them faster.
Oh, there's literally like 100 eye patches.
30 eye
there.
patches in here.
Well, congratulations, sir. Now that bit will
Today's
never be
episode is brought to you
spiked.
by Brave, the Brave browser. Get it at brave.com. It's wait, I wrote something down here. Tired of intrusive ads slowing down your browsing? Frustrated with your data being tracked and sold?
I
Discover Brave today. Brave.com. All right.
Brave.com.
Are we rolling here?
I think we are. And I look forward to finding out more about the Brave web browser as the show
In the middle of the show?
continues.
See, we're a professional.
Are we?
Ad over. Okay, now what do you really?
Now what do you really think? I got no problem with Brave. I think I've installed Brave in the
Let's
past.
say you're a Democrat and you're, trading child pornography online. That's
Okay, well, I don't think they want you to say that as part of
Democrat
the
operative.
Let's say you're working for Kamala Harris and you need to hide a bunch of child pornography. You're going to love the
Like the
Brave
quartering told
web
you
browser.
how to.
Yeah, like the quartering has
As
instructed
a
you.
quote-unquote joke.
Quartering can't live that one down.
He's going to sue that lady I saw.
I saw,
on the internet.
yeah.
I'll sue you for libel.
How
Okay.
could you say that? The quartering made a video one time where he said, and for all you child molesters, here's how to hide your child pornography. And then later in life, he's like, he can't imagine why people are upset that he said that.
Just a joke, man.
He's
Relax.
like, I was a PC technician. I was just, making a little while. You're like, yeah, now
making a couple bucks on the side.
You are not allowed to take issue with people calling you a pedophile. You've chosen to engage in
Yeah,
a space.
you've called everyone
Yeah,
on Earth
come
a
on.
pedophile for real.
Yes, you are not allowed
Yeah.
to take any issue with that.
Okay, you ready for the show?
I think I'm
Here we
ready.
go.
Let's do it.
No guests today. That will,
Which
should
might
make
become a
everyone happy.
permanent change. To the
Yeah,
show.
we
We'll
might
see.
be.
Biggest problem in the universe.
Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe, the only show that ranks every problem in the universe, from men spurning pedals to people stacking pebbles. I had another one. Oh no, it's from men stacking rocks to Vito sucking cocks. I don't get the second part.
one
That one's
doesn't
not
work.
funny, right? I'm your host, Dick Madison. Joining me as always is Vito Giswaldi.
Hi, Dick.
How you doing? Happy Black Friday.
Black
Day.
Friday to everybody.
Sorry that we didn't do the bonus Thanksgiving episode like I said we would. Vito very bravely told me that he was feeling a little bit sick, and I said, absolutely not, no episode.
I would have done the episode, but I was like, Dick, I don't want. I know you're gonna go see your old family, so if you don't want me to come over while I'm sick, just say so. And Dick
Don't come over.
wisely said, don't come over. So I'm sorry,
sorry.
guys. I was sick I missed Thanksgiving, which is the fat kid holiday to end all fat kid holidays. So I
Were you
made
gonna
the
have,
real
like, a friend
sacrifice.
giving thing?
Yeah, I would have met up with somebody or whatever.
Yeah. There should be a sick giving for all the people who are too sick to go to their Thanksgiving.
I kind of want to make it up. Well,
Sick orgy together.
The last 2 years, I've gone to Josh Denny for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And he wasn't able to do it this year either. So we're talking about maybe we'll do like a potluck type thing. That'd be
makeup.
fun.
A do-over.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
We
I
all
could
like
see
to
that.
cook. I like to cook. He likes to cook. Carl likes to cook. So just an excuse to make some food.
Okay.
How is your Thanksgiving?
It's great.
What are you most thankful for?
Gosh, man.
So many things.
The guests of the
guests
show.
of
The
the
guests
show.
are always
The great
the guests
guests
are always
who
giving their
give us
time and
great
nailing
episodes and really nail down how to make this show the best it can be.
They're always bringing their A game.
Always on top of it.
That's what I like is A game.
These are guys who go, I'm
going
going on to a comedy podcast, and I'm going to bring the funny.
I'm not going to do any cute shit.
I'm not going to mess around.
I'm not doing inside baseball jokes. I'm doing straight up problems, straight down the middle. Hey, here's a problem. Boom. Sticking shit in between the console and your driver's seat.
They always come up with a way to make the problems so
relatable.
Funny and relatable, you know? Like a little clever twist that you never saw coming.
Mm-hmm.
So we just are so thankful to all the great
Evolution,
guests.
that was a great one.
Evolution
Instantly identifiable, recognizable.
It's social. What was fucking? I don't even know. Social malware, or whatever the fuck.
How is that, Dr. Kevin?
That was Dr. Kevin.
Hey, no cute shit. Knock the fucking cute shit off. God
I'm
damn
like, Dr.
it.
Kevin, you're a scientist. Do fucking volcanoes or something.
Volcanoes,
you know?
man. Stick right up your ass. It's blowing all over the place. Fuck.
Anyway. What a great show we've got.
Okay. Do you want the results from last week?
Sure.
You won, guys who can't drive.
I did win.
Guys who can't drive or don't drive. I don't remember what you said.
Well, what I realized as I was doing the problem, it's another one of those problems where I go, I did do non-drivers before, but this was the male-focused version of it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, previously I had complained about girls not driving.
No
one's keeping track of this shit.
It doesn't care.
It is actually funny to me how few people...
Should have been picking people up at the airport,
It really was.
though.
Yeah, that was another one I was thinking. It also could have been people who can't just tell you what they need specifically.
Oh, who are not women.
Who are not women.
Cairns, people who stack rocks.
People stack rocks.
And then digital piracy.
Digital piracy was in the negative, surprisingly. We have a very
pirate-themed
favorably audience. Yes, we do. We do support pirates in many forms.
Philosopher says, Tony bringing in...
Which is a good segue where if you are downloading things on the internet, maybe consider using the Brave privacy browser.
Yeah.
Very good.
Philosopher something. Tony bringing in piracy is a problem. Has to be the worst segment in this podcast history. Okay. Well, I don't know about that. Ket Rallis says Vito and Tony are obviously both bad at communicating, but I'm kind of on Vito's side. You got to get a confirmation from someone before you can safely assume it's a yes.
Or ask a question before you can assume a yes. You know, like ask, can I get a ride? That would be the starting part.
Okay. T-Foss says, I knew nothing about Frog Tony before the show. Now the only thing I know about him is he's annoying and cringe. Okay. I'm not bringing in only negative ones. I'm not even bringing in the meanest ones. Lightning NC, straightforward Vito, reasonable Vito, never with the airport rides Vito. That's a good policy.
I can't imagine. You'd really have to do something right for me to pick you up at the airport.
Yeah. Keith,
the last time I picked people up at the airport was when I was working for the porno company, and that made sense. Because I was picking up fucking hot. Yeah, I was picking up some hot chicks in the airport.
Man, they got a different breed of
the porn ladies. The real professional porn ladies. Yeah,
they're like,
it's like mind blowing. You look at them and you go, I didn't think that was like an actual type of person that exists.
Yeah, this is better than cartoons.
Yeah.
How is this possible?
It's fascinating.
Keith Becky, the piracy problem and how he talks about it is the worst problem ever brought on the show. Okay. Zero reason
It's not worse
why.
than Evolution, I'll say that.
Lot zero, worst guest in history. Henry James, I've been watching this show for a while. Frog Tony is by far the worst guest. Okay, well. More. MWP 12 is very simple. People just want to watch Dick and Vito. Another wasted show. Wow, that one's kind of a slam on us.
It's a hard format for other people to crack. You know, it's hard.
Almost defies belief that it would be difficult, and yet it is.
That's the thing. Yeah, you think that, like, just coming in and complaining would be easy to people. Complain funny. Like, how is that? That's all human. Whatever.
I thought it was funny.
But
I guess the comments are pretty hard.
I thought when we were arguing about the ride, that was funny.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Then it got a little like,
serious.
What are we doing here, man? Come on, let's have fun.
Timmy Tantrum says, 3 times I've successfully made it from the airport to my hotel after arriving in a city I've never been to by myself, but I'm a fully functioning adult, so there you go. Big Z says, you can't miss with the big man's sleep. Vito works hard. He needs some rest.
That's true.
How about that? And Mr. Oxy says, 30 seconds. Here's a picture of 30 seconds before I destroyed some cairns while drunk as shit hiking in Germany. My wife thought I was joking, so she didn't get a video.
Oh,
some bitches ratted me out to the Rangers, and his response was, good, LMFAO. Guys, tip over the rock stacks.
You know what? I support this movement. We need more pictures and videos of guys just knocking these rocks over.
Yeah, they're
knock
they're
rockers. Rock knockers.
Knock rockers. You want to be a cool knock rocker like this guy, Mr. Oxy. Let me find.
That's a T-shirt right there. That's a band name if I ever heard one.
Are you a knock rocker?
I'm the knock rocker.
Look at him. What a hero.
Oh, yeah. He's going to knock them rocks.
So his fucking wife thought he was joking? Okay, let me.
Should have got a video. I want to see that. I want to see those rocks get knocked.
Let me pull this up. So he tells his wife, and then his wife thinks he's joking about it.
Watch me knock these fucking rocks.
Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rock towers got knocked.
Now, do you got to use the fist? You can't just kick. You got to like really
do whatever you want.
Savage these
Throw
things.
them into each other.
Yeah.
Just kick. I'm kicking rocks. If anybody gets
I was going to say, you got to throw something at them.
And then coat them in goo so no one could stack them again. Okay, that's all of my. That's more negative. More negative.
Goo spreaders, along with the knock rockers. A whole bunch of fun people.
Do you have a thing for us
I got
today,
a thing for us. This is a very exciting segment I like to call Vote It Up.
They're voting it up. They're voting it up. Vote it up. Vote it up. They're voting it up. They're voting it up.
Still hate this song in any permutation.
Vote it up. They're voting it up.
It won the election.
They're voting it up.
It might be.
This was the turning point.
Vote it up.
They're voting it up in Springfield, folks. This is, of course, Voted Up, the segment where it's just the news. Who cares? All right, guys. From bonus episode 20, that was a fun one. This was last year's holiday special, where we somehow arrived on the topic, the problem of Kwanzaa's origins.
Oh, yeah, the rapist or woman beater.
It was definitely a woman beater. There was something with an electrical cord hitting a lady. Yeah. The guy who came up with it was just kind of like a guy. You know, most religion, like most holidays,
like a cult leader would create, not just a guy.
Or at least there would be like a story. There was like a mythical guy, and he went around, and he did a thing. No, just a guy who beat women. Said, "What if we lit candles sometimes?"
Not even a story about a guy who wanted this.
Right.
That you'd want too.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Like, did you come up with this shit? No. This is a guy did that I'm telling you about.
Like the origin of Kwanzaa should be like, and Big John Henry lit the final candle above the mine, and set all the slaves free.
Yeah, in Batube or something.
Yeah, Watata Matawa came across on the ship, and
Ubuntu Matumbo.
He freed all the savage. Well, not okay. Anyway,
you couldn't even get through a log line of Kwanzaa without saying something extremely racist.
Oh, I didn't mean to say savage. I meant like from the jungle. What was? No, like tribesman. This is not helpful at all. Tribal. Yeah, that's what I meant. Well, Dick.
Do you even know a good way to say that? Like an acceptable way?
Well, that's the problem is I don't think there is any acceptable way to talk about any of that as a white guy.
Native Africans?
No, native is also a term. I don't think you can.
Well, you have to say it in that way. Native Africans.
Native Africans.
If you leave too much of a gap, it's racist.
I'm going to say the word savage definitely should not enter into it. I meant savage in like, the savagery, not
Fred
that they
Savage.
are
Everyone likes him.
Yeah, like Fred Savage.
Yeah.
Well, Dick, for those of you looking to celebrate Kwanzaa this year, there's one place you may want to go, because who does Kwanzaa better than Detroit, who will be celebrating black culture with the lighting of the world's largest Kwanzaa Kinara. Can you believe it?
Wait a minute. They took a menorah and they call it a Kwanzaa menorah?
Yeah, they call it a
Kwanzaa Kinara?
A Kinara, yeah. And Detroit, for the third year in a row, we'll be having a 30-foot tall Kwanzaa Kinara joining the massive Christmas tree and giant Hanukkah menorah in campus.
Is it
Martius
bigger
Park.
than the other two?
Well, it's the biggest one in the world, so I don't know. It might be bigger. It might be bigger than the Christmas tree.
Oh, no.
The city will celebrate the beginning of Kwanzaa with a lighting ceremony beginning at 4 p.m. The holiday is, of course, celebrated by lighting each of the 7 candles of the Kinara, which represent the Nguzo Saba, or the principles of African heritage. I only know what they only give me
Nguzo Saba.
Yeah, the Nguzo Saba. We all know that.
Okay.
I remember when Nguzo Saba did the Kessel Run in under 12 parsecs. Of course, we all know the first candle is Umoja, or Unity. And I don't have the names of the other candles, but that's fascinating to me.
You have to do the Mexican thing where you pronounce all the African words with an African accent, like the white people do for Mexicans. You know?
I don't know if I'm going to attempt that right
They're
now.
amigos. Yeah. You're Latino.
On an unrelated note, in a recent study from the website Wallet Hub, the Motor City was ranked as the second least safe city in the U.S., just ahead of Memphis. But they do have the world's largest
Kwanzaa Canary.
Kwanzaa
Canary.
Can you believe it?
Kwanzaa.
Guys, Kwanzaa Origins is currently number 191 with 348 upvotes. The more I learn about this holiday,
What the fuck is a Kwanzaa Canary? Is it like
it's
a
a
black
Canara,
Tweety bird?
Canara.
Like, it's the Don't Step on Me Tweety with like blackface on?
It's
Describe it in words.
well, it's like, isn't it 3 green candles, 3 red candles, and 1 black candle?
In the middle?
Yeah, in the middle.
It's just a painted menorah?
Yeah.
Is it menorah 7 candles?
No, the menorah's got 12.
So it's 3/5 of a menorah.
It's 3/5 of a menorah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little on the nose.
It's a little too much. Well, I've learned a lot, and guys, maybe we should all hit up Detroit to see the 30-foot tall Kwanzaa Canara.
Okay.
All right, Dick, this one's going to get you upset. This is crazy.
Okay.
This was from our bonus episode 26.
See how smoothly the show goes when we don't have any guests?
It might just be we got to find guests who, like, are comedians.
Too much of a pain in the ass.
I know it's too much of a pain in the ass. It's just like, it's so weird to me because I go on other shows and it goes fine.
You're the favorite. You know? You're the favorite.
When we go on PKA, it goes great.
Good time. It's great.
Does every other show have this problem with guests?
I don't watch any other shows.
I don't.
know.
It's true. I don't watch any other shows. And whenever they did the celebrity interviews on Howard Stern, I just tune out. So
Yeah, me too. I hate them.
I hate them. I just want the staff to argue and bicker amongst each other. I go back to JD arguing with Ralph.
Bring Will, bring Will
the farter
try
in.
To force a meme on us.
I've been re-listening to all the classics. Excuse me, guys. I am getting over a cold. Well, Dick, from bonus episode 26, which was the biggest problem in prison.
Oh, yeah.
I brought in a problem that you did not know was real. The problem of no masturbation in prison.
Dude, now every time I watch a prison movie, that's all I think about.
That they're not allowed to jerk off.
Yeah.
Well, Dick.
Like because they got to be jerking off, but they're like doing it all
Well, we
secretly.
talked about, so the reason it's gotten worse is that a lot more, like, female guards are in the prisons now, and so, like, they're all worried about lawsuits of, like, having an unsafe environment for these women or whatever.
Yeah.
But some jails are so worried that they've taken it way too far.
How many women do you think are in this role, in this capacity?
I don't know, but get them out of there. Why
Yeah.
are they in there to begin with? You probably want to see them jerk off. That's probably why you're there. Inmates caught masturbating in a federal prison in Florence, Colorado, were pepper sprayed, placed in restraints, then ordered into a disciplinary program in which they had to wear jumpsuits without pockets and yellow cards on lanyards around their necks.
Jack-off cards?
According to a whistleblower case brought to the U.S. Department of Justice.
No!
So supervisor,
you got a yellow card for jacking off.
They had to wear,
like
in
Little
front
League
of
soccer.
all the inmates, they had to wear a special I got caught masturbating lanyard. After being pepper sprayed for masturbating.
Did they let him come at least?
Can you imagine masturbating in your house? Your mom busts in and pepper sprays you, and you go, oh my God.
I would want to see if I could finish.
Yeah,
Like, I want
well,
like a
now-
masturbating Olympics where you're trying to break their concentration.
I'm going to say you're going to give these guys probably a fetish after this. Lady guard comes in and sprays pepper in my face. It's kind of hot.
I think I could do it.
Supervisors say they instituted these new policies because inmates were frequently masturbating in front of guards, and the behavior was worsening.
That's the only thing they got, right? Like, you're a prisoner, guards can kick the shit out of you, but if you're jerking off, they have to look at you. Like, I got you. You looked at me
Who
jerking
cares?
off, so
Just look
fuck you.
away. Yeah.
I got you.
But the supervisors told employees to treat masturbation as an emergency. To push their body alarm, the alarm they give you, like, you know, if an
you're
inmate's
gonna be
trying to stab you,
attacked.
and then douse the inmate in pepper spray. They were then put in restraints,
Why would they do that?
sent to restrictive housing, and given or were put on high visibility program that required them to wear yellow cards around their necks and report to a staff member every hour.
So they got to constantly think about jacking off.
Dude,
they're wearing a permanent reminder of jacking off.
This is fucking insane.
Yeah,
and
that's
for some
bad.
reason, I don't even get this. And they had to wear special altered jumpsuits where the pockets were sewn shut. Is that so you can't get your hands in there to jack off in your shorts? So they had to sew the pockets because they were sneaky jacking?
Guys, don't stop these guys from jacking off for 6 years
dude.
and then send them out in public.
Yeah, well, that's what I don't
Don't do
understand.
that.
I'm like, what do you think? Do you think this is going to make them less violent? Just let them jerk off all day. Who cares? If anything, they should have like a porn library at the fucking prison because it'll probably keep these guys from freaking out.
Yeah.
Anyway, again, this was a whistleblower case. The U.S. Department of Justice is now
They should be
looking
required to
into
do it. We got a
horrific
fight in the yard. Everybody jack off. Let's go. Let's go.
This
Start
is
jacking
prisoner
off.
abuse. You catch a guy jacking off, and you press your body alarm, and you go, "We got a code white, code white. I'm going in."
Oh, right in the dick hole. There it is. There it is.
Like, I want to say I'm making this up, but this is an actual story.
That's
is crazy
the worst.
to me.
That's the worst thing I've heard about prison. That's worse than the
Dude,
ass
getting
rape.
pepper sprayed for jacking off? Come on. That is, like, absolutely cruel and unusual punishment.
What if you're wearing goggles?
Just
is
cut
there
their
anybody
fucking
in there
heads
like,
off of that. Yeah, God, there's one guy who's immune. There's one blind guy who's going, "He can't stop me, motherfucker!" Anyway.
What the fuck?
Not masturbating. No masturbation in prison, guys, is currently number 222 with 310 upvotes.
Yeah. Wow.
This is an guys. I think we, as part of the show, we need to start a letter writing campaign.
Erotic letters to prisoners.
Something we got to get.
We got to stop this.
We got to legalize. This is a I seriously think we should unite and make this problem known to the wider universe.
Yeah.
I feel like people are not talking about this.
Prisoners jacking off.
I've had people talk to me who have been in prison. They're fans of the show. I have guys talk to me. They say they're going to prison who are fans of the show.
Yeah.
And the idea that these guys can't jerk off without a crazy lady guard coming in screaming and pepper spraying them is frankly, it's upsetting to me.
Having to wear an I jacked off card around like a dog on Instagram.
The masturbation necklace is a little much.
I want one of those.
I honestly, if I could find out what the yellow tag, the masturbation tag of shame, I would wear that proudly for my masturbating brothers. Out of solidarity, I want to make a masturbation tag and wear it proudly.
It would make things like safer if you could see that a guy hadn't jacked off.
Yeah.
Like today.
Yeah.
And he's all like in your face. You're like, you haven't jacked off today. Why don't you just get out of here? Why don't you go take care of it? You're
gonna get a
acting
tag.
way too aggressive.
Yeah, you should have a tag and you can change it out and the color will be like how long it's been since your last orgasm.
Yeah.
You know?
So the guy's
And if it's like red,
bubbling
you're like,
over.
bro, you need to go jerk off. You've been, you should be wearing a yellow
Why would
right
they
now.
do this?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Again, the only possible explanation is they're like, all these lady guards, if they see it, they're going to sue us for sexual
but
whatever.
still, man. That's asking for it.
It's truly horrific. Well, guys, you know what you got to do? You got to, as Donald Trump would say,
Vote it up.
vote it up.
They're voting it up. They're voting it up. Vote it up. Vote it up. They're voting it up. They're voting it up.
Oh,
Vote it
man.
up. Vote
It was a
up.
simpler
They're
time.
voting it up. They're
You guys
voting
had no
it up.
idea what was coming.
Vote it up. Vote it up.
What, when Trump was
Trump
coming
said
on
they're
in?
eating the cats and they're eating the dogs. All the way
And
from
he
left
rode that
field.
all the way into the White House.
Bam!
Well, I do.
Boom, boom, boom. That was like his 20-60 hit
Yeah.
combo. Pop, 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 pop.
I'll say this is if we are, and I was the winner, of course, so I'm going to lead us in.
Yeah.
If we are on the topic of Trump, I will say this. Look,
Okay.
obviously I'm the biggest Trump fan there's ever been, and we all know that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why I got the big guy behind me. But one of the what I've been noticing,
Yeah.
and is a lot of griping, a lot of complaining, and a lot of it on a certain topic.
Okay.
And a lot of it is from the LGBTQ plus IA whatever community.
Yeah.
And they're going, I just don't feel safe in
yeah.
Trump's America.
Because they were just talking about how awesome it was being gay for like the last 12 years.
Right.
I couldn't, you know?
So my
Nothing
problem,
but that.
I see all this and I see all this crying and complaining and he's going to have camps and kill us, whatever else. We all know that's not true. What it really comes down to is that they're not.
Yeah, we're going to deport the Mexicans first. Who's going to build the camps?
That's going to be better.
Yeah.
What it's going to come down to is you're going to have to act a little less gay. So my problem is people who are upset that Trump's going to force them to act a little less gay.
A little bit less gay?
Not even a lot less gay.
A little bit.
You're still in America. You can still act pretty fucking gay. Okay? You're still going to be
all of San Francisco.
You have all of
Do
San
whatever
Francisco.
you want in San Francisco.
Every sitcom will have at least one of you, if not two or three, and maybe a trans on top of it.
I don't know. Yeah, okay. Maybe
the trans, they might roll it back.
I think we're pulling that back.
We're
pulling that one back.
Again, you're going to have to be a little less gay.
Yeah.
A little less gay. But you're not in Dubai. I see people that are going, Trump's going to make America into the most unsafe country for gay people that's ever existed. And I'm like, you're not in Dubai. You're not in fucking Iran or whatever.
Yeah,
you're
Iran.
still in America.
Yeah.
It's just going to be like, hey, I want to make out with my boyfriend in front of my elementary school class. And we're going to go, well,
Nah, you
can't do that anymore.
You'll get a warning.
Yeah.
Actually.
If Kamala was in, you could have done that.
it.
Trump's in, we're going to say no.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You get a little yellow card.
You get
that
a little
says,
yellow
I made out
card.
with my boyfriend at elementary school today.
You're going to be like, I want to go out on the street and, give kids free, like, gay pamphlets about,
How to have butt sex.
Right,
in the
yeah.
library.
I want to
No,
hand
you
that
guys
out in a
can't do
public.
that anymore.
Well, you can't do that. You can still have butt sex, though. No one's going to stop you from doing that. You can even
At the camps, though.
You can still talk about having butt sex like online or on
yeah.
Twitter. You can post pictures of it. You can make
But
videos
how are the kids
of
going
it.
to know how to have butt sex?
See,
If
like
there's not a bunch of
unfortun-
old queens instructing them on how to stick their dick in a hole.
Well, unfortunately, in Trump's America, you're gonna have to not tell
have to
kids
relax?
about all the butt sex.
you're gonna have to get a hobby.
Yeah, you're gonna have to dial it back a little bit.
When we were kids, gay guys had hobbies. You know.
Right, they did stuff
And
other
in
than
antiquity.
and their hobbies weren't just sewing more rainbows together and adding new colors to it every fucking week. Okay,
Yeah.
that's gonna be another thing. You're not adding anything else to that flag. Okay,
Oh, the flag's done.
Flag's locked in. We're gonna start scaling it back. You have to
taking
be
that pointy thing off.
the point's
pointy
going away.
thing's
The
going
triangle's
away.
gone in Trump's
Yeah.
America.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, true.
We're going back to the rainbow. And it's not that bad. You liked the rainbow. You had no problem with the rainbow. For like 20 years, we're going back to the rainbow.
Kids know what the rainbow is. They think it's just a rainbow.
Yeah.
And that's all.
So all I'm saying, like everybody's talking about it, like the world's over for gay people. It's the end. They're going to hunt us down in the streets.
Yeah.
No, you just have to be a little, like you got to be like a normal amount of gay.
They really want attention for being gay, I think.
Okay, so I have a bit of a theory, which is
They got gay marriage and they're like, oh shit.
yeah, they don't want it. They didn't want gay marriage.
Well, half of them didn't. I'm sure of it.
When you're a part of a subculture, right? Because let's be clear, here's where the whole homosexual thing gets complicated. Is it's not just I'm gay and I have sex with guys. It's I'm gay. I'm part of the gay culture.
Community.
It's a culture. It's a community. It's a lifestyle. It's talking with a lisp, even though you don't actually normally talk like that. You just do it because it's funny. I get it. We all like it. It's fun. It's
fun,
You you still get to do that. No one's taking
Yeah.
that away.
Yeah.
Okay?
You can do that at school. It's fine.
You can do that at school.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can do musical theater. You can be the gay kid in school.
Sure.
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. But
You can even make jokes.
any subculture enjoys being having this kind of outsider status, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're a
Yeah.
punk rocker, it's kind of disappointing when you turn on the TV and Johnny Rotten is selling country crock butter. You go, oh fuck,
Right.
we're the mainstream now. And the gays became not only the mainstream, they became like the ultra mainstream where everyone's like, we love gay stuff so much. Look at all this fucking gay stuff. Come to Target. Look at how much gay stuff is in the Target.
Yeah,
And at
yeah.
that point, you're like, oh, this isn't fun. And so then,
Smells gross.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think then the gay guys went, well, we got to get our outsider status back. Let's just get wacky with it. Let's start fucking doing something with kids
Monkeypox.
and whatever else. And
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
It's just because
Okay.
they're like, we want to kind of be like hated again because that's kind of That's kind of fun for us, you know? It's like you're on the outside. It feels like you're fighting a struggle.
Yeah, the right's kind of doing that now, too.
Well, everybody wants to be a victim. Victimhood currency is the
Once
ultimate.
you learn how to be a victim, you don't want to ever not be a victim again.
I mean, it's God,
You have to start working.
The whole
writing
world of
content.
victimhood currency is I mean, Trump's the ultimate example, though, of a guy
Yeah.
who goes, I'm the ultimate victim. And you go,
He is.
but you're the president of the United States. How is that
I'm
possible?
still the victim.
But they hate me. They hate me. You're the most powerful man on earth. I'm a victim,
well, not yet.
though.
Not yet.
They're trying to and he is, but, you know, he's not wrong. I mean, he is a victim in many ways. So it's complicated. It's interesting.
What if he was gay? Then he'd really have a hard time.
Well, if he was gay, we'd be shutting it down. Okay? Look.
I like when they said, I forget who said it. They were like, well, not the normal gays. They'll vote for Trump. And everyone's like, what do you mean normal gays? And like, we all know. Well, not you, obviously.
Dude, there's a great quote. I think it was that Democratic congressman, whoever all the gays are mad at, who he's like, guys, we really can't be calling J.D. Vance weird when we're the guys putting pronouns in all our email signatures.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking weird. And you're like, that's going away. That in Trump's America.
Oh, yeah, we're not doing that
The
shit
pronoun
anymore.
stuff is dead. Okay,
Done.
which is I'm gonna say this to the members of the gay community who want to just live a normal, happy life.
Yeah.
You probably should be pretty happy that we're rolling back some of the crazoids who
You
are kind
don't
of
feel
giving
so
you
much
guys
pressure to out-gay yourself. Now you can just go back to like a simmering amount of homophobia always.
See, I was going to say,
that's what you want.
You know what? Give us back the F slur because I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to like the way it feels.
Yeah.
You know, when you and your boyfriend are at the bar and you're kind of like,
Yeah.
and then I point at you from across the bar and I go, F slur. And then you
that's
go,
too much. That's too much. That's too much.
No, but I'm not going to do it. But I'm saying
what you want, the perfect amount of homophobia is you're at mixed company, you're watching TV and somebody goes, this F slur, and they're like, sorry. That's the amount that you want, you know?
You want a little bit. You don't want this perfect acceptance. You don't want it.
No. Nobody does.
And you also...
Everybody wants to be oppressed a little bit.
I think all the normal... Look, I've talked to some normal gays, and they go, man, I don't know what it is with these pronoun kids and their fucking 10 split personalities and whatever else. It's like back in the day, we all just agreed, I was molested as a kid. Now I want to fuck other guys. And that's it. And everybody was happy with it. It was fine. And all these kids, they don't even have, like, normal trauma like I got molested as a kid. Their trauma is like, Dad stepped on my skateboard while I was watching Digimon, and now I'm, forever attracted to fucking cans of mayonnaise, and I have 10 genders.
Huh.
It's like it's a weird generational shift. I find a lot of the old gays hate the young gays, and I get it. There's
that's
just
cool, too.
The connection's not there.
Yeah.
So,
So you
look,
gotta dial it back now.
you're gonna have to die.
It's like a relief, though,
Like
man. You've been working ever since Obama. Gay guys have been busting their ass, trying to outdo themselves with new freaky stuff.
What if we read books to kids?
Wearing
like in a
drag.
super
Like,
gay way.
No,
well,
don't
just
do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do
man.
that.
Well, no, I want to feel oppressed. We'll give you a little some of that back.
We gotta let these
We're gonna
kids
give you
know
a
that it's
little
okay
some
to be gay. Like, don't worry, they know.
They know.
They're watching Netflix.
They're
It's
watching
gay,
TV.
gay.
They know
Everybody
all
knows.
this.
In fact, they're thrilled. Their parents are just as happy as you.
So we're gonna give you back a little bit of oppression. It's a good thing for everybody. It's healthy. Okay.
You can still be in the military.
You get to
it's
keep
fine.
the gay marriage. We're losing the pronouns,
Yeah.
and your flag's going back to a rainbow.
Yeah.
And that's good. It's going to be good. The Obama years were good. You had a lot of fun in the Obama years.
Right. Are you going to be less gay?
I think so,
in this new era?
I think I have to.
That's cool.
I think I got to dial back my
With your
flamboyant
straight guy hat now.
and my cool hat.
Yeah.
I got yelled at. I got yelled at twice for wearing this hat, and
Where?
Both times it made no sense.
What'd they yell?
One
Where
time
were you?
I was at a bar. I've had this hat forever. I just bought it from Walmart. It was like a cheap $5 hat on the end of a rack.
Yeah.
I was at a bar and a guy went, you're one of those Antifa, huh?
With
And
an
I went,
American.
what the fuck are you
flag
talking
hat?
about? Well, because it's upside down,
Oh, God.
which is a sign of the flag in distress. And this guy was like a former Navy guy. And he's like, the flag upside down. I'm like, I think the guys in China who printed it just didn't know which way was up because why would they care?
Did you just
He
wanna
really
talk
thought I was
about being
a
in the Navy,
radical.
dude?
I don't
Is
know.
that
He
what
really
this
was
is-
upset. He
this
thought I
is?
was like a fucking political radical. And then I went to another party, and a girl, I was talking to her, and she's like, "Oh, I was worried you were like, I saw that ad. I worried you were one of those like Trump guys, you know." I'm like, you see an American flag hat, and that's what you get out of it. So I got both. I got both sides from this hat.
Yeah, that is what they get. Were you allowed to wear those red hats at polling stations or any American? Somebody got turned away for wearing a copy of the Constitution.
I think, yeah, I did see some stuff like a "Let's Go Brandon" hat. A guy got turned around.
All right, is that working?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is the audio skipping or something?
The audio skips every 5 minutes. Really?
I don't know if that's actually something that's
Is that
happening.
true?
Guys, tell us in I think tell us in the chat if there's any problem with the audio, but I think it sounds okay.
Text me. I don't trust anybody in the.
There's a lot of liars
Text
out
me
there.
in there. I don't trust anybody in there.
So I don't know a way to shorten that problem. Trying to come up with a.
What would it be?
Well, it's gays crying about being normal. Resisting gay normalcy.
Resisting gay normalcy?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Crying
kind of a mouthful.
crying about. We'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
Everyone's saying it's fine. Okay, we're
fine.
good on the
nope,
audio.
it's not. Just for like a second, no audio issues. Okay, audio's fine. Here's my problem.
Can I hear a UFO noise, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. I really hate that stupid. Why am I requesting it now? And like it's like a Pavlov's dog thing. I'm like, oh, we gotta play.
You
the
gotta
fucking
hear it now,
noise.
though.
We gotta play the thing.
Let me see here. This is my problem.
God.
Here she is. Oh man.
Who's that, Dick?
So Wifejak.
Wifejak. Wow.
He's sick of her. Can't get away.
Is that a
from her.
meme? Is that a meme
Some kind of
format?
Meme, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a meme that started off like funny and cute.
Right.
You know, like just shit that women say that annoys you.
Yeah. Well, it was men making these at first, right?
Yeah.
Kind
Men
of,
who are,
yeah.
like, tired of it. You know?
Right.
Like it started out as something you'd show your wife and she wouldn't think it was funny.
You know, hey, look, it's
and
just
that
like
made
you.
That made it good.
Right.
You know, I'm like, oh, I'm going to show her this and she's not going to like
It's
it.
gonna piss her off.
Yeah, that's what I want, right?
Right.
And then it turned into a bunch of guys writing love letters to their wives with it. Like, this is what I love. Everything about life is what I love about life. Is this imaginary woman is everything to me.
Giving
and the children that she will bear. It's like, hey, dude, we're doing like a Married with Children kind of thing where we're all just kind of taking out our frustrations with our wives on this meme. We're not like, that's not an invitation for you to come over here and do gay shit all over our meme. Okay?
Talk about how much you love your wife.
Yeah. Tell her. I'm sure that she's close by. You go find her and tell her all this shit. We don't need like a support group for men who love their wives too much. That doesn't exist. Okay?
So people are using the Wifejak to do that?
Yeah.
Let me see this. You got any examples? What is
I don't
this?
really have any examples of it?
So the Wifejak is what? It's a comic?
It's just like a meme, man. Like you left all your shoes out in the I found a great restaurant to eat.
Of these.
Well, you wouldn't get it anyway.
Right.
What is your Wifejak gonna say?
I don't know.
I already came today. I have a huge erection.
Honey, excellent PlayStation purchase today.
Our house is full of PlayStations.
Our house is full of PlayStations.
That's not a relatable thing.
No, it's not.
Relatable is like, oh, I found a great spot. I found a great spot for dinner. Make a U-turn ahead. Like, no.
I did see that one.
You need to be looking ahead of where we're going. You know, not behind us. But we've all had that conversation. You've been looking this whole time in just like a vicinity around us, and
so
not
is the
ahead of where
problem
we're
that
going.
you're seeing your own relationship problems mirrored in a comic?
The problem is that Christians and married men are ruining everything with their constant proselytizing, and it starts with Wifejak and then ends with God or the army or some other stupid shit that I'm tired of hearing about.
Now I've been seeing some arguments about like so the right is always pushing family stuff, right?
Yeah.
But like not really, like kind of as a joke almost, where they're like, "Yeah, man, it's all about like your wife and your kids," and I'm like, if you don't really like,
Okay, then why aren't you around them?
yeah,
What
why
are you doing?
You're
then?
just on the internet fighting with everybody, so I don't think you.
It seems kind of like you're selling this idea to like lonely guys. Like it seems kind of like you're doing OnlyFans, but you don't have tits.
Right.
So you're like always talking about your breeding habits.
They're always selling this like disingenuous, like weird. You know, because like a lot of people make kids and have a wife, and they just fucking suck. Like there's a lot of those guys.
Yes,
And
most of them.
You never go. None of these like comics are ever like. And here's Jorge and his 4 kids. You know, and look at how happy
We're
they are.
deporting all the Wifejacks, actually.
Right?
We're
Yeah. Well, I was
deporting all
gonna
the
say
trad cats.
all
That's
the
what you guys
all the
wanted.
trad families are probably the Hispanics, where the dad is working hard in the field, and the kids are like, "Oh, I just hope we get enough money to buy a new VCR to watch my tapes."
I don't know when it happened or why it happened, but at some point, the aggressive soliloquies written to public soliloquies, men are writing to their family and God, became the most annoying thing in the world. And I wish it would stop, but it only gets worse and worse and worse.
I think the weird
they
thing
honed in on it.
I think the thing about it that's what's bad about it is like the weird smugness of like, see how I have a wife and kids, and you go, oh, like
Okay.
all the humans who ever. What do you mean? What do you think you did? It's like, yeah. So like, you mean like everyone in history were ever like progenitor?
It's like if we were watching Married with Children as a teenager, right? And then afterwards, like Pat Robertson came out. Is it Pat Roberts, the Bible guy?
I think it's
Roberts.
Robertson.
Pat Robertson came out and goes
Yeah.
like, "That Al Bundy, I love my wife very much." It's like, yeah, okay, he's joking. Like it's you guys. This is why all conservative art sucks, because you can't leave anything nuanced or
Untouched,
subtle or anything unsaid. It all has to be hammered over the fucking head. Like Wifejak, yeah, it is annoying that they don't look for restaurants correctly. It is annoying.
Well, you can't just
yeah,
leave
but
it
you
at
know
that.
you can't. It may be annoying, but it's
Yeah.
your happiness and your soul. Like, okay, I mean, I don't really want to think about that.
It's interesting. I've been listening to reviews because I could not sit through more of it, but that show, Mr. Burcham, is like apparently like one of the big problems with conservative comedy is that like they can't just let anything be, because there's like an episode where I guess Mr. Burcham is like going to his favorite bar, and he's like an army guy, and he's like, "Oh, those Navy guys are sitting at our fucking table." Blah blah. You know, it's the army guys fighting with the Navy guys. You're like,
Right.
that's a funny premise. But then the episode ends with, "No, but really, we love both the Army and the Navy." Like a little like a title card or something, and you're like, "Bro, you don't what do you think this is? Like, do you think anybody came?" But you know what? They almost do have to do that, because like the
They really
audiences
do.
have become so stupid that they're like, is he making fun of my wife? Is he making fun of the relationship I have with my family? Doesn't he know what secret that is
I
under
actually
God?
do love my wife, though. They need like a pop-up absolution. They need a fucking priest sitting there for every joke that's ever made to say, you don't have to feel bad for thinking that joke's funny. You don't need to go.
They're afraid of
defend
laughing
it.
at a joke and having people. God, it's like it's like this weird, like they're in their own fucking head. You know? God, my wife.
And then it becomes an argument.
God, my wife's such a bitch. No, but seriously, guys, I really do love her. I don't know why.
Yeah.
You know, that's
No,
a
we
joke.
know.
You know I'm
We know.
joking, you
Stop.
know.
See, what we were doing here was laughing, and that was like an emotional gain for everyone. What you're doing now is just like sucking emotions out of me by requiring me to engage with this relationship identity that you have that's not relevant to me at all. I don't give a fuck about your kids or your wife at all, or anything that you're doing. But now we all have to participate in this pretend identity that you have, or else you'll feel bad and it will be awkward. That's what you're doing to me, right?
It's all they just gotta get their heads out of their asses, man. Just go, hey, it's fun to talk shit about your wife. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. It's definitely not a big deal.
And your
other
kids
people
are a bunch of
doing it.
ugly, stupid fuckers as well. Like, nobody cares that you love them. It's not unique or interesting in any way.
No, it's really not.
No, but I really love my kids. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Amazing.
Good work. What's his name? That guy who, stole children with his gay partner or whatever. He loves them too. It's all the same shit. Who cares? Dave Rubin. You know what?
He named his kid Jordan Peterson?
He did name his kid
He
Jordan
named
Peterson.
his kid after Jordan Peterson.
He named his kid Jordan.
I don't know.
That's
He named him Benzos.
Why does anyone have any sort like Jordan Peterson is a certified weirdo?
Vito, I think it's safe to say that you and I, when we were growing up, grossly overestimated people. And now we're sitting in the...
I'm watching people like fawn over. I saw him arguing about dragons.
Yeah.
And he's like, really? He's like, what about dragons? And the guy's like, well, why do you talk about dragons all the fucking
Because I
time?
love my wife so much.
I love my wife. And I love benzos. And I love eating raw meat. And
I went to an Adam Sandler stand-up, and he's got all these jokes about his wife and kids, right? And every single fucking joke he followed it up with, no, but I love my wife and kids. And people would applaud this.
Actually?
Yeah, actually. It was really, the first time he did it was really annoying. The 50th time he did it, I wanted to put a gun in my mouth.
So that was why Louis C.K. was such a great stand-up, because he would just shit talk his wife and kids, and it never came down to I love my kids. It's just like they're little fuckers, and yeah, this is great.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
more of that. All right, Wifejak.
That's my problem.
Conservative comedy, killing it as always.
Today's episode, as I said, is brought to you by Brave. Are you tired of the intrusive ads slowing down your browsing? Frustrated with your data being tracked and sold? Discover Brave browser. It's blazing fast. Enjoy lightning-quick page loads with our built-in ad blocker. Say goodbye to your ad. Do you use Brave? What do you use?
Well, I'm often torrenting, things.
No. No goofy stuff. This is a real ad. Do you use Brave or not?
I've used Brave, yes.
You share your passwords with your computer and your phone.
Brave's good.
It's got a wallet
it's
in it.
Fast. It's responsive.
I fucked up my Solana wallet, but Brave had backed it up. I was like, oh, thank fucking God.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's always good, even if it's not your default browser, sometimes it's good to have a backup browser, especially if you are doing some internet surfing where you're worried about your data being compromised.
Frog Tony, maybe. Frog Tony hates Brave, he told me. So if you
well,
don't want to
you
be
go.
like Frog Tony, then don't use Brave. Customizable, tailor your browsing experience with easy-to-use privacy settings. No more cookie pop-ups. No more pop-ups, performance boost, less data, more battery life, and you make like a couple cents as you're using it. I don't know if you do that.
Yeah.
Do you really use it?
I have used it.
You have used it? What do you use? Chrome or some shit?
Well, I use...
You got to switch.
When I'm streaming, I use Brave because it's less cluttered and messed up. And yeah, again, it doesn't like store anything. It's not storing cookies or whatever. So while I'm streaming, I don't have to worry about like I go to type in a URL and all of a sudden it goes big fat Latina bitches because it doesn't save all that bullshit.
Man, when Ralph was streaming here, I made a whole new partition on the computer.
Yeah,
just
well,
for him.
that's
smart. It has
smart.
no access to anything.
After Vasha showed off his, you know what? Brave will never reveal your horse porn folder, unlike what happened to Vash.
Unlike the other ones.
Yeah, there you go.
Earn while you browse, opt into Brave ads, and earn BAT for your basic attention tokens. Support your favorite content creators or keep the rewards for yourself. There you go, Brave.com. Go check it out.
Oh, you can give your rewards to me?
You can. Send it to the biggest problem wallet that we have.
Hey, keep it for yourself. You deserve it for using such a great web browser.
Okay. What do you got?
I'm up.
Yeah.
Dick, I'm trying to sell through all this crap I got.
Are you really?
Yes. Today I went through and I finally tested almost the last of the consoles I got. I'm figuring out what I got. Like a couple of them I got to get controllers for them. But I'm going to sell I think I got like 60, 70 consoles. I got to get rid of all that.
Oh my God.
Then I'm going to sell all the games. Whatever, it's happening. It's just I organize things too meticulously, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm like, ooh, I got to, figure out. And then,
I go buy all this shit.
I go, well, which copy of DuckTales, I got to sell a copy of DuckTales, but I want to keep the one that's in the slightly better condition.
No.
So I got to look at the labels and whatever else.
Okay.
And I went, what would be great is I'm always out in my, community and I'm driving around and there's all this empty retail space. All these like businesses that either shuttered during COVID or just because of online shopping or whatever else.
Or crime.
Or crime, sure, but there's just all these empty businesses and I go, well, why can't I just rent one of these for like they're just there doing literally nothing.
Yeah.
And for like years they will just sit untouched.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Don't you think that, like, our communities should have stores in them and not just big empty buildings?
It's totally fucked that they're just sitting there causing blight and decay.
Yes.
Getting squatted in. It's
Well,
horrible.
I ended up looking into the problem of empty retail space.
Okay.
Because I wanted to know. I'm like, well, why don't they just lower the price? Like,
there's a fucking down the street near our UPS box. There's an old busted out like hot dog store, and then across from it is a food truck. But there will never be a new restaurant, even though obviously
even though
can
the
hold
restaurant
a
in front could be inside
could
a
be
building,
there, inside a building, not driving around every day, driving to the same fucking spot. It could just be there, and it will never happen because they'll never rent it. They'll never rent it because we'll never make enough money. It's insane.
It's all very bizarre. Okay, so I tried to figure out why this is. Now, the obvious answer is that landlords, because retail leases, they want to find a tenant who's going to be there for a while because evictions can be costly. A guy gets in there and it's hard to get him out if he's not making money and you want to push him out and get somebody else. Okay, so sometimes it is just cheaper to keep it empty and wait for somebody who's going to actually, put it in for the long haul. Okay? But there's a couple problems. One of the problems is that these landlords typically they don't necessarily own the building outright. They're leasing it from they got a mortgage.
It's like Grubb and Ellis owns half of the country.
So they're constantly paying back the bank to get back that property.
Yeah,
which means that if they want to lower the rent, the bank can say no.
Yeah.
So they can have an empty retail space. There can be a global
because that'll fuck up rents everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
So they can say, well, here's the thing: is I can't rent. At the time I purchased the building, yes, I could get $5,000 a month for the space, but now clearly retail is down. I think I need to lower the rent, and the bank can go, well, according to the terms of the mortgage, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
You're not allowed to lower the rent.
Well,
why not? Because then I could get a tenant, and there could actually be a store here, something for people to
work in,
and enjoy, like for a passerby to enjoy, for your community to not just be
and to drive crime away.
Right. It's not just a place for people to loiter and fuck around.
Yeah.
And the bank will go,
no.
Well, we want you to get more for it. So can you keep looking?
Yeah.
Literally,
it's crazy.
It's terrible. It's awful. And if your finance comes through what's known as a CMBS, a commercial mortgage-backed security, your odds of lowering the rent are extreme. So you have to modify the loan, basically. You have to go to the bank and say, I want to modify the loan so I can charge less rent.
And then they'll modify it so you have to pay more than you can make in the new rent.
Sure.
Price. Yeah.
Okay. About 2% of loans a quarter from banks will be modified.
Yeah.
If you're lending from a commercial mortgage-backed security, it's less than 0.1%. that will allow you to modify the lease in order to rent it.
Man.
Okay?
Yeah.
So basically, landlords are sitting on space they can't rent, financed by deals they can't alter. And we just have to walk around and be like, well, hey, it would be cool if something was there.
I guess we'll buy it on Amazon.
Yeah, well, that's what it is.
Okay.
But here's where it gets really fucked. And this is what sucks, is you go to your community and you go, man, I remember when this community had like cool little stores just owned by people.
Arcades and stuff.
Arcades, bookstores, record shops, little bakeries, cafes, whatever. Just owned by a guy and his wife, little thing. Okay. So the banks will not let you adjust your mortgage in any way, to adjust the rents, unless they will give you better financing terms if the landlord can bring in what's called a credit tenant, meaning a national brand like Starbucks or Target. Because if a big chain ends up having to close a outlet store or whatever, the brand is still on the hook for it, and they have plenty of money to pay it off.
Yeah.
So the reason every single retail space is now just cell phone stores and Targets and Walmart and whatever else
and Spirit Halloween
is because the banks literally tell them, just only rent to those people.
Yeah.
And you go, well, there's a nice guy over here. He wants to run like a little coffee shop. No, just put a Starbucks in there.
Yeah.
They're better. We'll give you better financing to give it to a Starbucks.
You know what's really so, God, I don't know, a decade ago, maybe more. My dad was in restaurants, and he wanted to open a restaurant up in where they live in Valencia.
Yeah,
because they redid the mall. Somebody redid the mall, and they made a big promenade area. And he's like, "Oh, okay, let me check this out." And he calls me up afterwards, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you're never gonna guess how much they were asking for that space." I'm like, "What? Like $12,000 a month? 15?" He goes, 40.
$40,000 a month.
Yeah, because they only want to rent to
fucking
Macaroni
Cheesecake
Grill, Chili's.
Factory, and
So the restaurant, it's like the biggest, one of the biggest employment, like money making businesses for I don't know how to say it, like
He
people with
employs the
no
most
education.
people?
Like,
Okay.
for business
The most
ownership,
available
and I'm
job.
not talking about my dad. Like I'm talking about in general.
franchisees, franchise.
Just owning restaurants, people working at restaurants. It's like it's an essential backbone of like the middle class of America, especially for non-educated guys. And it's been totally destroyed by exactly what you're talking about. That and COVID, where they took all their shit and
That's
gave
a
it to
good point.
corporations.
Yeah, because all the best, it's always great when you find one of these restaurants that's been there forever, and it's always been like a mom and pop operation, and the food's great.
No.
And you go, how come none of that shit exists anymore? How come that doesn't pop up? And it's like
Banks.
because banks, they're fucking everyone over.
Yeah.
And they're going, we only want you to rent this space to Starbucks, to fucking Cheesecake Factory, to Macaroni Grill, to Chili's, whatever.
See, when you say
else.
banks and then you make a point about what the banks are doing wrong, it's
Mm-hmm.
just so much easier to sell than what a lot of you guys are doing right now on the dissident far right. Okay, you really got to sit down and think about your messaging.
It's just sick because it's turned our cities into either A, there's nothing there, or B, it's just all, again, cell phone stores and garbage.
Yeah.
Now, there is a radical new idea. There is a model to make the world better. Okay? So, hold on, what is it?
How you feeling? How's your cough?
It's terrible. Sorry about that. Now you guys are going to have to deal with it. All right, so... here's the thing, is that there's actually, there's a lot of like cities where they say if you're going to create new housing, you have to create these ground level retail spaces.
Yeah.
Which is moronic because nobody can afford to open in them. Like right now, New York City is full of all these new apartment buildings that have like ground level retail,
with nothing in
which
them.
is completely empty. And they're like, dude, nobody can afford to open a thing in New York if you're going to charge this much. But there's some cities where they've realized.
Why have it? Like, why force
Who
this?
knows?
It's like from the 80s and 90s, man.
Well, here's what they've realized. Some cities have realized, well, hold on. If you have a neighborhood and the neighborhood has a little bookstore and a cozy little coffee shop and a nice bar and all these little restaurants and whatever else and like cool nightlife.
Yeah.
You know what happens is the rental prices of housing in that area start to go up.
Oh, okay.
Because it becomes a desirable and fun area to live.
Yeah.
So slowly they're starting to realize, they're starting to go, hold on. Instead of gouging the fuck out of retail, like, why don't we just cut these guys a break? Give them, like, some basic bitch rent. Be like, run your little fucking record store.
Who's
run
they?
your little cafe.
The banks have decided that? That doesn't sound like a bank move.
I mean, I don't know exactly what. I think it's the guys who build the spaces again, like the building owners.
Yeah.
Have it like factored into their leases where they're like, no, the retail space, we're basically just going to give it away because it makes all the units above it
More expensive?
more expensive and like more desirable because, again, you're in a building that has like, oh, there's a lot of cool stuff in my area. Like, I want to live in this building. Like, right on the ground floor, there's all this great stuff. So in a way, almost it should be a focus on, if you are going to have these stacked units or whatever else, retail. I think retail should be like a thing where it's like, yeah, just give it away to like make these areas desirable and fun, and focus on fucking gouging all the hippie losers who want to live right above it. Whatever. Anybody else who wants to get there can walk or take the bus.
We drive by. There's like 2 giant retail spaces that have been empty for, I don't know, 2 years.
Dude, there's so
now.
many strip malls. Like,
And every
full of-
time I'm like, how has nobody wanted to use this for something? Like anything. A brewery, a fucking arcade, a laser tag place.
it would be great.
That shit would pop up all the time when we were kids and then go away.
I just want to open a little game store, honestly. I would open a little store.
Yeah, sucks.
I'd have, come in if you want to buy some Magic cards, and I'll probably just be in there streaming on Whatnot, selling my inventory.
Something to do other than hang out on Discord
Yeah.
all day with your...
I'm not on
not
Discord.
you, other,
Oh, okay,
other
okay.
individuals.
Right. Exactly.
Because that stuff leads to homoerotic orgies and jacking off in the cuck chair.
Well, it's interesting that I see there are so many people now running like little small businesses, but they're all running them out of their garage because none of them can afford retail space.
Yeah.
Like the amount of like eBay stores and like thrift stores or whatever, it's all going up
You think
like
you
crazy.
could just like put your shit somewhere?
Yeah.
Business.
Why can I not just rent a little space, set up some shelves, put prices on the stuff?
No.
It should not be that complicated. It's like that's going to cost you $12,000 a month
For 5 years.
for 5 years.
No one could possibly do that.
Oh, okay. Well, it's fine. We're just waiting on a T-Mobile anyway.
We just want an Apple store there.
Yeah, we just
so,
want an Apple store, a
yeah.
T-Mobile, or a singular, whatever.
Why do we have this? Why do we have this agreement where you get to just have this space forever?
For some
ruining
reason,
it.
the boba shops are making it work though. I don't know what that's about.
Oh yeah.
There's always that
Probably
one-
different banks.
It's always that one
Running 'em.
fad. Remember when everybody was opening a frozen yogurt shop all at once?
Yeah.
And you're like, this shit's not that good. I never understood the frozen yogurt thing.
It's low fat.
Is it? No,
No,
it's
I don't
not. It's got a
know.
bunch of fucking garbage on it. That's what women tell themselves.
Okay. Is that your
A
problem?
little fat yogurt. Yeah, but then you put a bunch of Oreo cookie crumbles and fucking gummy bears on top
My
of it.
problem is this. I know you're going to be able to help me with this,
Yeah.
and everyone knows what I'm talking about.
No,
I have
don't
this,
make me help you with that fucking thing. I hate those fucking things.
I have this wonderful Zoom
Yeah.
recorder that I
Yeah.
got, assuming I would, do a
Use
lot
it.
of like recording of podcasts on the road
Right.
and stuff. But it turns out I just didn't. And I got it probably 6 years ago.
Right.
And this wonderful, it still works.
Oh, now I know what you're talking. Yeah.
It still works great. This wonderful piece of machinery,
Right.
like so many pieces of equipment, just like it, has inexplicably developed this sticky film. Like controllers
Can
that
I
I
touch
have.
that real quick?
I'm telling you, it's covered with gross sticky
Yeah,
stuff
but I
that
wanna
you
see
cannot
if it's-
wash off.
If it's exact, yeah, it is that exact. Yeah, it's
What
that.
the fuck is going on? I have Xbox controllers with that all
Yeah.
over them. I have iPad holders with that shit all over them. What the fuck is that?
Sticky plastic.
How do you get sticky plastic? How have we been making plastic for, 60 years, and we're ending up with high-grade consumer electronics with sticky shit all over them in 6 years?
Yes.
Something that you're supposed to hold all the time.
It is a problem in the video game community. You know, I'll have some great controllers that are just
How? How does this fuck up like this?
I think every PS2 controller, the rubber on the
Yes,
sticks
yes.
is now sticky. You can't do anything about it.
Really?
Well, here's the problem, Dick. So we were talking about this, and I said, "Oh, I know what's going on."
What?
This is a layman's explanation. I might be not 100%.
Do you have a
but
scientific one?
well, I think it is scientific. Is that
I mean, look at this shit. It's just you
yeah,
can't
it's
use
disgusting.
this.
There's nothing you can do about it.
You put it on something and it sticks. If I go to record somebody, I'm like,
Right.
just thinking about this sticky shit all over my fucking hand.
That's really bad, especially
It's
'cause that's a nice
glistening.
piece of hardware to turn sticky too.
so that's the failure point of this, is that it gets sticky, like
Well,
a 5-year-old.
So all these plastic compounds or whatever, these like soft plastic, because it's that soft plastic,
which
right?
I didn't need. Make
Yeah, it
it
would
hard,
actually- that
make it out of
should-
fucking
it would-
wood, as
they
long as it
should've
doesn't
made it
get
out of hard
sticky,
plastic.
like fucking sap seeping out of it.
So the soft plastics, my understanding is, in order to make them that soft texture, is that they have a certain amount of oils contained within the plastic.
Okay.
So what happens is over time, depending on how it was manufactured and in what conditions.
So this is a fuck up.
You can manufacture in a way where the problem is when you make plastic, it's kind of like a crapshoot where you go, well, hopefully we made it right. But if you make it, if the batch is off a little bit, the oils start to leak out of the plastic. So what you have there is oil that was mixed into the plastic to give it that pliable.
I don't
whatever.
want a pliable feel. Look at all.
Yeah, I know.
Look at all of this stuff. The TV, cameras,
Yeah.
shelves, microphone holders, this mouse. None of this has ever gotten sticky, except for my PlayStation 2 controllers,
The PlayStation
probably
controller.
PlayStation 3 too, and this Zoom recorder.
Yeah. And then there's basically nothing you can do because it's like there still is just oil in there that's just going to keep continually seeping out.
So even
And
if I
there's-
wash this,
it'll just get bad again. I mean, maybe at a certain until eventually the plastic breaks down entirely and just there's no oil left in it. It just completely deteriorates. What's interesting is this is a common problem I know among early adopters of the real doll, was that these
Oh,
guys
really?
spent, $3,000 on real dolls, and they went, oh, look, the rubber, it's so soft and pliable. And these men fell in love with their dolls, and
Now
they
they're
made them part of their
sticky.
family. And now they're forever sticky. And these guys go, you don't understand. I love this woman. I fell in love with this doll.
I can't just throw her away
How
'cause
do
she's
I?
sticky.
I can't just throw her away because she's sticky. And they go, well, there's nothing we can do. Her skin is falling
There's
apart.
got to
It's
be
breaking
something we can
down.
do. How do we have an unwashable sticky plastic?
I think you can rub it around in like talcum powder, but I think it's just a stopgap fucking fix. I don't think it
I
lasts.
don't want talcum powder all over my
Well, I
Zoom.
don't know.
That's way
I don't think
weirder.
there's anything you can do. I think it's just
It's just trash. Can I get a new case?
it really comes down to now. I want to say more recent items. Maybe they figured out some of the reasons that the causes the plastic breakdown. Maybe. But it does seem like stuff, that's a little bit older. You said that's like 6 years old.
I got to play my old systems, Like Christmas time's
Yeah.
coming around. I got some time, so I'm like, let me fire up, see what video games are out for Christmas, right? I haven't played this Xbox in a while. Fire this up, and the controller's sticky.
Well, for those who collect Japanese Turbo Graphics games, remember they had the cards?
Yeah,
All those cards were kept in this little plastic sleeve.
I have a ton of those. I
Okay.
haven't looked in
Did you keep the cards
20
in a little
years.
plastic
They're
sleeve?
all in the little box, in the sleeve, in the thing.
Okay, all your games are destroyed now because you kept them in the plastic sleeve, which deteriorates and becomes sticky and permanently damages the label there. So, unfortunately, you did not rescue your TurboGrafx games in time. The plastic,
fucking lose
the
it.
protective plastic sleeve ended up being a bit of it was kind of a Trojan horse. It's like
I've got about 40 games all in their
well,
original
maybe
shit.
Maybe you'll be all right. We'll see. It might affect the Japanese ones more, but people say, if you have TurboGrafx games, make sure to take them out of that little plastic.
Unfucking acceptable.
You haven't
That's
looked-
got hairs and pubes all over it now.
Well, I hope your TurboGrafx games are okay. I think it just affects the label, but the label will come off with that stickiness.
I can go
It's not
find them.
good.
I can go find them right
maybe
after
we'll
this.
maybe we'll take a look. So yeah, sticky
Why
plastic.
am I even holding on to that shit?
I don't know. The TurboGrafx games?
Yeah,
'Cause it's awesome. It's awesome to have TurboGrafx.
I gotta get rid of that stuff. I'm unloading all my stuff too.
Anytime
Okay.
you want to, we'll make some wheels and deals. I'll trade you some Pokemon slabs.
Oh yeah? What do you got?
Nothing good.
Well, how good? How not good you got?
I don't know. It's like $200 worth of slabs, maybe.
That's
You
nothing.
can take a look.
All right, I'll take a look. All right, that's my problem.
It's a good problem.
Patreon.com/biggest problem. Go vote. Go get Brave. Download Brave if you're not using it. Obviously, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What a great browser. And thank you for sponsoring the show, Brave.
Yeah. Biggestproblem.show to vote on the problems.
You got to stay protected online, guys. Next time you're texting your mistress and you go, I just want to make sure I'm 100% connected.
Yeah.
Check out brave.com and use that privacy browser.
All right. Here we go.
I want to thank our guest, Nobody, for reminding us what makes this show work. There's got to be like one guest who's going to knock it out of the park, right?
No
It's gotta
guests.
be like one. We'll figure it out. We gotta do short guest drop-ins.
Oh, that.
It's got to be like 20 minutes.
Why?
They say hi.
They all act inconvenienced, like they are even here. Like, come on. This is a big
it
opportunity
just
for
feels
you.
so weird to do a show that doesn't do
Why?
guests.
You guys you just want to do guests. You want to feel like a big show that does guests. It's just
But
not.
every show
it's harder.
does it. I don't know. Like, how does
That's
Joe?
like panel shows.
but
and
then
shit.
I just but like, so does every other show just suck?
Do you listen to Rogan?
No.
Why?
Because he talks to guests. And they're fucking
They're
boring.
fucking boring.
Yeah.
They're all fucking boring. It's like pulling teeth, getting them to participate in anything.
You just got to keep it short. Just like short.
No, then why have it at all?
don't
Like it's the
fucking
greatest
know.
guest pod. They get 2 seconds. They get 5 seconds, and then
It
they're
does
off.
have to be someone who's like on, and it's very hard to find that.
Yeah. All right.
People watch that Hot One
biggest
shit. Maybe we just got to
problem
make the
in the
guest eat
universe-
chicken wings.
is when your car.
Do you watch that?
No. I don't know why anyone watches it to begin
I
with.
don't know. It looks.
What if when you first got started off, those chicken wings are hot, huh? I hate guys who defend Hot Ones to me. They're like, that guy's actually a really good interviewer. I'm like, so why do you do fucking
Who
interviews?
cares?
Why does he,
Who fucking cares?
Great.
keys run out of batteries.
What ran out
You
of
have
batteries?
to fiddle fuck
Car
the
keys.
universe is when your car keys run out of batteries.
Wow.
You have to fiddle fuck to get like the real key
Fiddle fuck.
out,
Oh,
and then you never
Canadian.
replace the batteries because you don't fucking have them.
Yeah,
and when you do finally
true.
buy the batteries,
You got a new car.
it's impossible to open the fucking
You
battery
got cred all in it, and that
Jesus
old
Christ, who made this thing?
No, I hear you, sir. I agree.
I have an analog key.
JK Vito.
I don't have one of those electronic
You don't have a whoop
keys.
whoop?
Nope.
When are you getting a new car? You got to sell all your shit and get a new car.
I don't want a new car. I
Get
guess
yourself a big
that
Dodge
Honda
Ram.
Element, that PlayStation kiosk fit nicely into the Honda Element.
How many of those do you have now?
I have a PlayStation 1 kiosk and a PlayStation 2 kiosk. and I
Come on.
I think I'll stop there
not
unless
gonna get a PS3?
unless I could get a no, I wouldn't get it. I thought about getting a PS3 one, but I don't care about the PS3.
Okay.
I would maybe get a Dreamcast kiosk, but those are really expensive.
Bro,
Guy wants
that's
five.
a lot of kiosks.
I'm stopping at 2. It's one of these things where, like,
You
look,
should have like a haunted house for Halloween.
I mean,
where
I
you let
should,
people in
I
and just
should
look
not
at you.
have it. I'm planning on eventually getting a house, which will have more room.
To fill?
No, this whatever. It's one of these things where I said if I don't buy it, I'll never get it, and I can always flip it if I don't. If it doesn't end up being a thing.
How much can you flip it for?
Like I don't. It depends. Those things are weird. It depends on what a buyer wants.
Vito is right 100% about his chef Mike buddy or whoever the fuck. Dude, cigarette guys are just, they're psychopaths. When they can't get their fucking fix, they're insane.
Yeah.
I was on a trip with a guy and he was just digging apart his bag. I know I got another pack. And he's just digging and digging. Couldn't find the pack. He's like, we got to go to the store. We got to go. And then when he found it, he held it up and went, and hurried up and started smoking one. It was fucking insane. It was like a toddler getting their favorite toy or something.
You know what? I'm not a smoker, but this really bothered me. We were at the bar,
Yeah.
and a girl comes up to you, a girl you don't know,
Yeah.
and goes, "Can I get a cigarette?"
Yeah.
What is it about cigarettes that make you think, like, I would never go up to a stranger and be like, "Hey, can I get some of your gum? Can I get, like, half your fries? Like, can I get a
Can
button?"
I get a little smooch? Can I get a
What
little
is it
kiss
about
on the
cigarettes
cheek?
that makes it okay for, like, a stranger just to take stuff from
I think
you?
the assumption is that you've done it at some point because you have cigarettes, so you must be an addict, and you
Right.
probably exhibited that behavior, so you owe it in some way. They're all doing like a play it forward kind of thing. All cigarette smokers.
That's stupid. I hate that.
Well, she asked the wrong one, didn't she?
She did, because you then said, "You know what? Take the pack."
Uh-huh.
And then you gave her the pack.
And it was empty.
And it was empty. And then we went, "Ah!" And she was blown the fuck out. That was a good move. That was good.
I was the perfect amount of drunk
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah.
bad things
Yeah,
and
yeah,
also
take the
enjoy
whole
them.
pack.
Yeah.
She's like, "Really? Yeah, take it."
Yeah,
You
take
said,
it.
"Yeah, take a look inside."
It's empty.
That's when she knew.
Like Ray Liotta and Goodfellas.
Smokers asking for a light, I get, because you don't keep the lighter, but asking for a cigarette.
Whole cigarette.
I never understood that. One of my friends used to do that. I'm like, "What are you doing? Don't ask. Go buy your own fucking cigarettes."
Hey, JK Vito.
You know what? This bouncer once asked me for a cigarette, and he's like, "Oh man, what, can I pay you for this?" First of all, the paying for it is annoying. He's like, "What? I don't want like a $2."
Right.
You know, I don't know how much money you're gonna give me, but I don't want that.
I don't want a weird,
Yeah.
sweaty dollar bill. I'd rather have the cigarette.
And then later, God, I think it was like the next week. I was like, "Hey, can I get a cigarette?" As I was leaving, he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I'm like, "Are you serious?"
Oh shit! Really?
You don't
The
remember
same
me?
bouncer?
Yeah, the same guy. I thought that's like the only time I
Dude.
ever asked for a cigarette.
Yeah,
Same
that's
guy.
why
He's
I would,
like,
I
"What
would
the fuck are
not
you
give
talking
anyone a
about?"
cigarette. Fuck that.
Hey, JK Vito. The
Hi.
biggest problem in the universe is other people's fucking headlights. Seriously. What changed in the last few years? Are people just, like, getting more and more high-powered beams? I can't see fucking shit at night. And I thought maybe people
Maybe
were
you
just
have
driving
cataracts.
around
Yeah,
with their
dude,
high
what's
beams
going on?
Get your eyes
They're
checked.
not. I flashed somebody my high beams to tell him, "Hey, you're an asshole." And then he flashed his at me. And it was like, bro, those weren't even your high beams. Those are just your normal beams. It's fucking
Yeah.
blinding. Awful. I can't even guess how many people die every day from this shit. It's the biggest problem in the universe. Other people's fucking high beams. They're not even high beams, just fucking...
You know what I hate?
Dude, I think you were joking, but he might genuinely have an
He's
eye
got
problem.
eye problems. Yeah.
Because that's the thing that people with eye problems complain about is they go,
Headlights.
yeah, they go, man, I don't know what it is with headlights, but like I can't fucking see because like it can't focus the beam or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, go to an eye doctor. That's like, look it up. That's actually like a common complaint from people who are suffering from an eye condition. I've heard that before.
What I hate is when someone flashes you the brights, but they did it that you don't have enough time to hit them with the brights
Right.
back because then they're already past you and you're like, oh, trying to hammer them, but they already went by you. Like, fuck, that guy got away with it.
I just
he thinks
hate,
he's educating
I hate
me.
when I'm sitting at a stoplight and the guy across the stoplight from me doesn't have his lights on. And I'm like, oh, this will be, and I'm just like flipping my lights and I'm the high beam and I'm strobing the high beam. I'm doing everything.
Yeah,
to try and be like, come on, lights.
Like a calliope.
Lights. Because like if I get him to turn on his lights, I'm going to feel like I did something. But then he doesn't turn on his lights. And I'm like, you fucking idiot.
Just on his phone.
Fucking around.
Okay.
Had technical difficulties on the first call. My bad. So I'm listening to this episode from this week
Okay.
and Dick's ranting about stacking rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought I'd have an issue with something like that until pretty recently. I take my kids up north to the mountains. We go hiking. We go fishing. We
What
go
else do you do?
hunting, camping, you name it.
Okay. Tell me more about what you do with your kids.
More
Okay.
when I'm trying to walk down a stream and fish.
Yeah.
And when I come to what used to be just a naturally flowing part of the stream, and now all of a sudden there's a random man-made dam
Yeah.
for no fucking reason.
No reason. Just
I
dick
just I
measuring.
don't like what gives you the right to change the flow of the water.
What gives you the right?
Like this body of water's here for all of us to fish. You fucking retard. Like
Yeah.
and then
What gives
I
you the
come
right?
back the next day.
What
and
gives you the right?
shocker? Guess who the fucking culprit is? A big fucking fat whale. You know why they built the dam in the creek?
Why?
Because that fat whale couldn't get her fat gut deep enough in the water in a little swimming hole.
She had to build a
So
swimming
stack
hole
all
for
these fucking
herself.
Rocks up,
Stacking
dam
rocks
up
up.
the fucking stream
Outrageous.
and change the flow, change the fishing, change the habitat for the fish, completely fuck it up.
Oh
There
my
you- okay,
God.
there you go.
I learned a lot today.
There you go. You got to knock it over.
You know, Dick, you ever been, I like to go up to the mountains,
Yeah.
do some hunting, do some fishing.
Yeah. What else?
Yeah, tell me everything you do up there.
Bird watching.
I love when our callers just go off on a
Whittling.
tangent telling me about everything that's going on in their life. One
Well,
time I went up there, I saw a
You
bear.
guys have ever had on. All he does is like bitch and complain about why he's late, even though it's his fault, and then says it's like Vito's because he's a fucking chick. Oh my god, I didn't know where I should be or when I should be there. Vito, you're asleep. Let's do it. You know, retard. If someone called you 3 a.m. saying, "Hey, where's your house?" I bet you wouldn't want to do it either. He's like, "I couldn't ask Dick. We're not friends." Yeah, you're a guest on his show, you fucking moron. At any point, you could have hit him up and said, "Hey, man, Vito's not responding. I don't know the address and what time I should be there. Can you just tell me up?" Like, any point. And then he's like, "No, I can't do that. Vito's fault." Fuck you fat fucking frog retard. I hope everyone pirates this stupid fucking comic.
Okay, there you go. Well,
I mean,
go
that
for
whole,
Tony.
just a weird debacle.
Was it?
I mean, I guess I'm supposed to know when a guy comes from out of town that he's never.
Well, you knew more than me.
I guess I just assume a guy who does internet shows, would understand, like, how to get to a show. I mean, I guess when you're just doing live streams, no.
Yeah. Shit. Where did we?
I didn't make a thumbnail.
Oh, you didn't make
for
a
the
thumbnail last
'cause
time?
Yeah, fuck.
Okay,
I'm
great.
sick.
Great.
I was
sick.
sick.
Here we go. All right.
This is the new one.
I think so.
Yeah, right there. Okay.
Yeah, take it away.
Synthetic
boys.
Show, guys. Get your super chats in now. Don't forget to vote on all the problems.
You sound rough.
At biggestproblem.show. I'll be better in a couple days.
Oof.
Hey, at least I came
Hurt your
in.
throat. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying it sounds rough.
Well, I just, who maybe could help me out is my good friend Deep Shade Derek here.
That's gonna mess it up
It
even
might
more.
not be a good idea.
Synthetic Shinobi for 2. Thank you for not killing yourself. Cardinal for 5. We love Vito. Synthetic
Love
Shinobi
you
for 5.
too. Yeah, maybe
The biggest
you
problem in
should
the
read
universe is accidentally swallowing saliva or a beverage with your trachea. parentheses windpipe instead of your esophagus. The coughing simply never ends. There, he's going to go take care of some coughing right now. Synthetic Shinobi for 50. Dick, on the last episode, I didn't mean to imply you post swastikas on Twitter. Sorry. I do think you buck broke Woody, though. For reference, Woody said so at 105 on PKA 727. Buck broke him how? Just screaming about crystals and rhetoric and who's going to prison and who's not. Please give me your thoughts.
Seems
Vito's
like everyone's
booty
fighting
for
with
good
Woody
measure
right now, huh?
Well,
Woody's
we won, so we get
I've
to
seen some embarrassing Woody
we get
clips
to drive all of you into the sea.
where Woody's somebody was like, well, Kamala called Trump a fascist or something, and
Yeah.
Woody's like, well, she didn't say that, and then it immediately cuts to her calling him a fascist. I'm like, oh, Woody, don't sound so committed
Don't
when you say
defend them.
those things.
Don't defend these fucking people
Yeah,
anymore.
no, I already gave the model for every liberal. As
Throw
you
'em
go,
under the bus.
We were always here, and we always will be here. God
Yeah.
bless Emperor Trump. It's the simplest thing in the world.
Did I lose my fucking hat now?
Oh,
God
my
damn
God.
it! No! No! Look around you.
No, it's not my job.
What the fuck?
There's the hat.
Oh, there it is.
There's the hat. It's next to Ricky's
God
helmet.
fucking damn it.
Let's see. Synthetic
I need my
Shinobi.
control key.
Wait. Did you just do this one for 50?
Yeah. That's why I'm
Okay.
getting all this shit on.
All right. Thank you, Synthetic Shinobi. Synthetic Shinobi for 10. For the record, I'm not one of the jilted PKA fans that hate the hosts. I've listened to PKA since I was 13, and I love Woody, but you hit the nail on the head when you said he buys into narratives too much.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know.
The PKA fan base is fascinating.
You got to just read the headlines and then kind of make up yourself what happened. That's the safest way to go
Yeah, that's how
because
to do
everybody's bullshitting you. You got to say what probably happened here.
Bald Max says, make this a 100% Deep State Derek and Captain Dick episode. Yeah, maybe we should do a bonus episode like that.
No.
Just the pirate and the psychopath. J-Rob Detailing for
We'll
€5.
call it the biggest problem in killing bits.
Biggest problem in ruining every bit. J-Rob Detailing says, cheers, boys. Cheers to you, J-Rob Detailing. Good
right.
for 5. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for not killing yourselves. What was in last week's Vito's booty?
I couldn't
was some
find
sort
it.
of
Some kind of
pop
Funko
figure,
Pop.
yeah.
Black lady Funko
I saw
Pop.
a destroyed Funko Pop, and I didn't even bother to look at it.
I don't know where it is
I had
now.
to go
I really don't know where
I
it
had
is.
to go hang out with Frog Tony. I was so excited to go upstairs and hang out with the crew. And that was fun. Let's see. Coup for 2.
When you got
guys
in that fight.
be attending. Oh, yeah.
Riley.
The good fight. I still have to see the final footage. Coup for 2. Will you guys be attending Hackamania 2? Probably.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
Depends when it is.
Yeah, I saw they were starting to plan that, but it sounded like when I heard it sounded like they hadn't figured out a venue yet. So keep us in the loop, maybe. Kicks Mechanic for 5. Happy Thanksgiving, boys! I enjoyed mine with family and ketamine.
Wonderful.
Cole Margland for 5. Vito, I hope you were able to stick to your diet during Thanksgiving for the weigh-in this week. You know
Oh
what?
my God, you sound so bad. Chikasuki Chikasuke for
Sorry,
5.
go ahead.
Vito, did you know that vague promises will no longer be allowed in the Stern store? Content must be on a timeline. Really makes you think.
Really
what the
makes
fuck
me
is the Stern
think.
store?
Steam store.
Oh, Steam store. Human Dynamo for 2. Everything from tryptophan to trips to the can. Good
That's
one.
a good
Ritz.
one.
But again, we didn't talk about those things, so
Right.
it's not
based
it's not
on
useful to
what
the show. It's
happened.
just you made a rhyme. Briskman for 5, guys. I find Catgirl hotter than Dalish or Mint. More crazy make pee-pee more hard. What do you think about this?
Wait. Oh no, not Catgirl. I thought Catgirl, but somebody got a certain lawyer.
What are you talking about?
Isn't it somebody from Fish Tank is hiring Kevin?
Oh, Landau? Yeah,
Yeah.
I got to talk about that on my show. There's a lot to get into on that one.
He's still a practicing lawyer?
Apparently, we're still running his old scam.
He just like finds YouTubers
Crazy
who
people.
are moronic and goes like, are they like
Anyone nuts enough to hire him.
how does
who
he
has
even
a-
find these people?
I don't know. That's what I want to find out from her. How did he find you? How did he sell you this?
I wanna know
He's
how he
sued
found the
everyone
first guy.
He's sued everyone who hired him to do this exact thing
Yeah.
that you're now paying him to do. He sues you when you run out of money. He's done it before.
Oh, he sues he sued your Armenian friend?
Yeah, you can't just abandon a case.
Right.
Like you can't just say like I took the case, now I'm done with it. That's not allowed for
Right.
lawyers to do. So they have to sue their
To get
client
out of it.
and say like my client's totally fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is what he does. Shipless for 5. I sure hope there's less unintelligible shouting over each other this
there was a
episode.
little too much of that.
Carl for 5. Dick, did you find your eye patch? Yes, I got about 30 of them now.
Give me one.
Here.
I want that Guy Fieri hair back. That was
good
on me.
Cardinal for 2, Balder. Lawrence Devaney for 5. Will we ever get a rap battle between Vito and Riley? I don't know. Jerry and Coke for 5. Happy Thanksgiving, boys. Dekasugi Shinsuke for 2. Happy Balder, everyone. Strategy for 5. Okay, people, let's keep these super chats clean. Keep your gloves up at all times and no shots below the clockwise rotation belts. Let's get it on. Jerry and Coke for 2. Jerry and Cook for 2 again. Plenty of eye patches for Captain Dick's. Yes.
JJ for 2. What's going on with Dick's right bicep?
I don't know. It's
oh,
torn off.
Dude, you have like a fucking
bruise there.
Yeah,
I get bruises there all the time.
You working out too hard?
Maybe, yeah.
Strategy for 5. Imagine braving through ads during your favorite show, but when you install the product, it chucks dicks in my ass. Nobody wants that Veets and dicks. Actually, the Brave browser will help you avoid dicks in your ass. So check it out. The Jerry and Coke for 5. We did that.
The bruise on my right
for
arm.
10.
I don't know. I got to guess, though.
Psychonautical says, thanks for not killing yourselves, boys. Have either of you ever Freedom of Information Act the FBI for your own file?
Really?
Apparently you can just do that. Praying for you that Maddie doesn't poop out any of those little piggies. Miss a Massison.
Whoa.
GFY.
I might have to do that.
I don't think I would have a file.
I definitely
If
would.
I did, it was sealed because I snitched on all those. I know, I don't fucking know. Dekasugi Chinsuki for 2 says, hey, Balder. Oglovich for 2. Kick Carnes, Knock Rocks, TBF, I Cuck Socks. Joe Schmo for 5. Vito, Airsoft Fatty's $2.92 right now. He's blowing you in the race to become a fit beast. How will you respond to this news? Airsoft Fatty is like 5'8", maybe.
That's even more impressive.
He's not 6 feet.
Oh, what are you saying?
I'm saying a 5'8" guy. No, I'm saying a 5'8" guy weighing 300 pounds is way worse than a 6 foot guy weighing 300 pounds. Okay.
Okay.
Body mass index is calculated by height to weight. Okay?
Yeah, but I think it's kind of just like weight, because it gets to a certain point, and you're like, come on, you gotta fix this.
I got
now.
a new batch of the freshest Chinese
Ozempic.
Yeah.
Wegovy.
Yeah, my sister sent it to me, just cleverly disguised in a box. I don't think you're allowed to ship that stuff, but
now the FBI will file on you.
No, that'll be fine.
This guy smuggling Ozempic.
Did I say my sister? I meant it's obviously code for my contact. So I got these vials of Chinese medicine.
Okay,
I think it's got donkeys in them. Drunken Atheist Studio for 5. I worked with a guy that spoke 0 English, and what the manager would do to communicate with him is speak to him in English, but with a Spanish accent.
Yeah, that works.
Base Retard for 2. Base Vito, Red Pilled Vito, always with the race hate. Strategy for 5. Can you believe that ordering Nooga Zuba noodles with chicken costs $18? Nobody wants inflation, Veets and dicks. Nobody wants that. Renoxus for 2. Shout out to my soon-to-be best friend, Balder. Lane Steele for 5. Biggest of ups to the most liquid of Richards. God bless PKA. Sega Genesis for 5. I'm just glad my best friend Vito's having a good time. Massachusetts man with a huge $50 on the board. Thank you. We appreciate that deeply.
Thank you.
The Jerry and Co. He's spending that Brave money here. All the money he made from the Brave Browns.
Yeah, you could rack it up.
You can rack up those
ads.
basic attention tokens. Jerry and Coke for 5. Open up with those 5-inch rifles, full broadside. Diamond G says our audio's skipping. I don't know what he's talking about.
Every 5 minutes since the upgrade?
What upgrade, though? To your computer? He's lying.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll. I listened to the most recent episode. I didn't hear any skipping.
Every 5 minutes.
There's no way.
listen
We would have
back
seen
to
comments
it.
about
Yeah.
that. Cold Lampin for 2. If Richard reads this one, I win $5. F
Bummer.
You, Jess.
Coup for
Ooh.
2. Men should just get anime wives instead. Hashtag no, ma'am. Crizzers for 5. How much does it cost to get Dick to do his famous broken computer bit? Dekasuge Shinsuke for 2.
You know what was funny about that? I'm like, oh, obviously Dick destroying a laptop and cutting the show short is funny. And people were like, what's in that box? I'm like, is that really? Guys, it's a fucking Funko Pop. It's the same bit we've done a million times. Like, people were mad.
It could be something else,
They're like,
though.
I don't get it. We didn't get to do Vito's
something
booty.
else.
I'm like, that's better than Vito's booty, clearly.
No.
You got to see a pirate.
Vito's booty's in rough shape. I forgot to repair
Yeah, you
it.
completely destroyed the box.
Ufis Fasuga for 20. With Dick's point on conservative comedy having no nuance, Tim Allen was the only guest on Norm's podcast to answer sincerely, where do you get your ideas from? Clearly a joke question. All of the
Yeah, you never watched Norm's
guests laughed
podcast,
at.
did you? It was so good because he would have They had Super Dave on or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he goes,
I mean, I've seen clips. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where you get the episode anymore, but he goes, well, actually, Adam Egget had a question for you.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, okay. And Adam Egget goes, yeah. And he like has a card and he goes, where do you get your ideas from? And they did it to a bunch of different guests. Like, so Super Dave just goes, who the fuck is this guy?
Was
like
Adam being genuine, or was he
was
around?
doing like he's playing an idiot as he does on the show, and he does it expertly.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
Letterman was wrong. But yeah, it's true. Tim Allen was the only guy who went, well, the thing about my ideas is, and they're like, oh no, dude, we're doing a bit. Come on. Like, you're not actually supposed to answer that.
I don't know if he was playing or not.
Oh man,
He's like riding the line.
Yeah. Well, who? Adam Egget?
Yeah, Adam Egget.
Adam Egget is a smart guy. He did ride the line.
Yeah.
All the Holocaust denial stuff.
The Holocaust stuff
best.
he's joking about, probably.
Where do you get your ideas? Oh, God.
The Jerry and Coke for $5. I bought and installed new steering wheel on my 32-year-old fishing boat, and in June and in August it was sticky. I replaced it with the OG wheel.
There you go.
Bro, I bet this is happening to a degree. There's got to be a class action lawsuit about it. JJ for $5. If you know anyone else with original TurboGrafx games, have John Breaks Bad News give them a call. Dean Shock for 2.
That's true.
Thanks for the laugh, boys. Vito can't write. Oh.
What does that mean? Okay.
Aklovich for $5. The guest literally every fan wants. Sean, the audio engineer, ass plantation magnate, America's sweetheart, world's most smoochable
We had him
man.
on episode 100, but, you know,
Yeah.
he's a busy man.
Aspartame brain tumor for 10. Hey, Dick, whatever happened to your buddy Rocket Man, the one that does drunken handstands on bar stools? You should bring him on again. I don't know what he's doing now. He's working in telescopes somewhere. He was working on the web telescope for a while, I think.
Interesting.
I don't know anymore. Mike Hunt for $5. Ask for a lighter. Then when they hand it over, ask for a cigarette. Yeah, right. That's exactly what we
That's a
need.
good move.
Comedy and
Comedy
borrowing
and
cigarettes.
and grabbing cigarettes from people. I got a
couple.
couple more super chats here.
A lot.
Go up.
There we go.
There we go.
Take it away.
Jerry Coke for 2. Thank you, Fisherman. Fuck you, Vito. Ifty Tifty for 2. Quick Nick Cata update, please. Big Dick. You got any Nick Cata news?
His plea is postponed.
Yeah.
I thought that would be big news, but he's postponing it.
But does that mean a plea exists? Like he's talking.
That means they're negotiating a plea.
So they're still negotiating.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good news.
Yeah.
I think.
I think so too.
Yeah. Have you talked?
Probably means he's not going to prison.
Have you talked to him at all? Or nah.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not about this.
Did he call into
Melton's show?
Yeah, Melton's show.
Yeah, he called in with Carl.
There's so
Those
many.
guys.
It's hard to know. I feel like I'm reading Marvel comic books now, where it's like, if you want to know what happened at the end of Secret
Dabbleverse.
Wars 12, you
Yeah.
got to watch Melton, and then you got to watch Carl or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I can't follow this shit.
Yeah.
Some of you Clippers, got to say, are slipping. Okay? Why?
Yeah, there needs to be like a weekend roundup of
Yes.
this shit so I can just see like a good 3-4 hours of all the weeks transpiring.
I got to say, there's a lot of Clippers out there, and I don't know how there's not one guy who's just got all the different Nick Rekieta, Aaron Imholt fucking drama.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah,
And I'm going to tell you, you make a lot of money doing it.
Yeah,
you
you
should
would.
be doing it.
And none of this 24-hour live stream shit. I've been tricked by that twice now on an LO, and
Yeah.
it really pissed me off both times.
Why did you like try to chat with the show?
I was
that
just
wasn't
watching it
actually
for a
live?
while, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Hey, this is old.
This sounds
now.
old.
No. I just got charged. I forgot to cancel our subscription to that, so I just got charged $50 for that shit. I'm like,
Thanks,
God damn
Brave,
it!
for
Well, thank you, Brave, for helping.
running on a different channel.
Yeah, maybe I will. Guys, tell me. Yeah, we'll do something. Fender Pinwheeler for 2. I heard gasoline works with that sticky plastic. I think I also heard that, but I can't imagine.
I'm gonna dump gasoline all over my
what do you-
Nintendo
okay.
controllers. That's a great idea. I'll let you know how that works. Oh, it didn't.
I'll say this, is that if there was a solution for this, it would definitely be the retro game community that figured it out.
And it wouldn't be gasoline.
No. I think gasoline's the problem. Let's see. Diamond G for 5. Is there still an NDA on the Vito versus Riley bout? Maybe we could post it. I don't know. It's been reinterpreted in many ways. I'm now being told that various things. Dagasuki Chinsuki for 2. Hey, hi, Balder. How's it going, Balder? Fox Foley for 10. My gay brother left the country this year to Europe out of fear of political violence from Trump. Today he got a pamphlet on his door warning about what to do if Russia bombs his new country.
Good job, idiot.
Yeah. You got out of America. You were worried about being gay in America? Have you seen? What are you talking
We're
about?
the only country not importing Islam. anymore.
Dirty Dallas for 5 says, I was looking forward to our date, Vito. You shouldn't have canceled. We
You
can talk
shouldn't
about
have
video
canceled.
games, and I'll pay for the buffet.
Kissy face.
I-
It's Dirty Dalish talking to you.
I had a great time talking to Dalish. I thought.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I was then told, Vito, you were a real creep to that girl.
Who told you that?
I'm not going to get into it, but certain people.
What do you mean certain people? We all know who you're talking about now.
Well, then if everyone knows who I'm talking about, then who cares?
Well, then
okay?
you're talking about them.
They said, oh, Vito, you're such a creep, and you were like stuttering when you were talking to her. I'm like,
Were you?
I don't think so. I thought I just fucking talked to her. I was like, yeah,
How
hey.
were you talking to her? Show us.
I said, where do you live?
That seems a little creepy.
Yeah, that's true. Well, because I was like, what part of California you're in?
That's
She's in a really
different.
shitty part of California. I was like, you gotta get out of there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was told I'm a creep and a loser, and I shouldn't talk to women. I said, well, you are the guys who were telling me I got to film videos with this girl, and now you're telling me that the entertainment value for it is making me look like a creep and a loser. And I'm like, so maybe it's not a good idea. She seems like a very nice girl, but I don't know what's going on.
Well, she wasn't calling you a creep and a loser.
I think I like Dalish. Dalish is very nice to me, so I don't know. But apparently, when I left, was everybody going, wow, I don't know, Vito was really creeping on that girl. I barely fucking talked to her.
The bartender came over and said, oh, thank God that guy's gone.
Thank God that
I
guy
was gonna
left.
come over and see if you need
I was going to ask if you need an angel shot.
She did.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say who she was.
And then my Citizen app lit up and said like a sexual deviant has moved into the parking lot, right?
I don't know.
0.1 miles where you're
exactly, yeah, sex offenders in the parking lot. I don't know if I'm allowed to say who she was with, but I was honestly happy about that situation. I was like, good.
Trying to deflect now with other people's
I
business.
wouldn't be creeping on her because I was like, good for them. This is a match made in heaven, I thought. I hope they'd make some beautiful babies.
What are you, toasting at a wedding?
I don't know.
This is what you do. Anytime the heat's on you, it's let's air out other people's business.
No, I don't know if who I'm supposed to say was there, but I like that guy. Anyway. What? Now I am being a creep. And then I went home and I thought about, I hope Dalish and that guy, I hope right now they're fucking each other.
Did you put their pictures on like a combiner?
Yeah. I cut out their heads and I put them on dolls. And I said, I bet this is what's going on right now. I bet this is what's going on. I love these guys. There we go.
That's great.
You're right. I am a creep. Fender Pinwheeler for 2 says, Value Select was an awesome guest. See?
He was great.
He was good.
Yeah, he was great.
And I think Dr. Kevin does okay.
He's great too.
We get some good
Oh,
guests.
Jesus. You sound
I
so
know,
bad,
I'm
man.
fucked.
You got to get home.
Plumbo for 5. Hi, Balder. Jew H for 10. Hey, Balder. Lick Hole. Aklovich for 2. Daily reminder, Plumbo's packing a fat one. Hey, you got a treasure chest or something?
Yeah.
All right,
we still
let's
got
see.
more.
We do have more. Okay. Stu K for 2. Put up the frog flag, Vito. It's lit, Vito. Stu sent us a bunch of flags. We have my Trump flag here. There's some other ones. We'll get them hung up by the next show. Jared Coke for 2.
Booty now.
You really fucked up my treasure chest. That's my booty. It's mine. Jared Coke for 2 says gasoline makes it more sticky.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah.
You fucking cocksucker.
I don't think that works. Dekasuki Chinsuki for 5. Plumbo has female gametes. How do you pronounce that word?
Gametes.
Gametes.
Like the kumite.
And shit lips for 5. Vito, start with Can I Drink Your Bathwater?
Okay.
Time.
What's the game where we smash all the toys?
Vito's booty.
I'm a man who treats about little boys.
Vito's booty.
What's in the box? You know you want it. It's the box. So get on the scale or I smash it to shit.
Vito's booty.
Vito's booty. Vito's booty. Vito's booty. Vito's booty. All right. What's it going to be, sick scallywag? You're going to get on the scale. You took your eye patch off to shave off a couple of ounces. I see an ounce to an ounce and a half.
Well, it seems like the fans were disappointed that they missed a smashing last week. And I also think you're too lazy to replace whatever was in there with something new.
I did.
Oh, there's something new in there?
It's not a Funko Pop.
It's not a okay, but it is something bad.
It's something
obviously.
good, actually.
All right, well, let's smash it then.
Okay, are you sure?
I'm sure.
Here it is.
Oh no, it's a goo-jitsu. Well, this is kind of cool. It's a Minions.
It's a Minions.
Okay.
Minions with
I
gooey
really
arms.
hate this part. Do you want to point the camera down so anyone?
Not really.
Oh God.
I don't want to smash my remotes.
How do you smash a fucking? It's made of rubber. You gotta rip
I
it
didn't
up.
think this through.
Yeah, you didn't even take it out of the package. That's a Minions character. Everybody, kids
It's a
love
super
them.
stretchy man Armstrong. Here, you hold the one piece.
Oh
You
no,
hold
that's
one
horrible. Oh God, no, wait. Oh God, it's gonna snap back.
Where's the? Here we go.
Yeah.
Ready for this?
Oh,
I
Boba
need
Fett's
these
gonna
eye
help us
patches?
out. See, now I kind of. Oh God. Oh, it's got cool goo inside.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh shit, gross. Is this hazardous?
No, it's like
Ew, it's all sticky.
it is sticky. It's got sticky goo inside of it.
Let me see it.
Stretch Armstrong didn't have sticky goo inside of him, right? Or maybe he did.
No, it's a little guy. Oh
No, but I'm saying,
jeez.
what's inside of a Stretch Armstrong?
this goo?
No, maybe.
What do you think they like?
I had.
It's like that sand. Shit.
I was gonna say, but Stretch Armstrong's villain had that sand shit inside of it.
Dude, this is weird. Oh, I really regret this. Stabbing it.
Why did they send the sad one? Why didn't they send the like happy one?
This is like crazy. This has got to be poisonous.
No, it's just like.
Look, it's total. Dude, you cannot unstick this from your fingers. Don't touch it.
Well, give me the knife.
No.
Well, you
I
gotta-
already did enough.
Come on, you
No, it's
barely
ruined
did
the
anything
knife.
to it. Oh shit! It probably did ruin the knife.
Yeah, don't touch it with anything.
That's a nice knife.
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Guys, we'll be back next week
Yeah.
with more fun. Thanks all our supporters, and we'll have a nice bonus episode for you soon. Sorry for getting sick.
I think that's toxic.
It's not. Well, I'm sure you're not supposed to eat
You're
it.
not. You're getting it all over your hands. It's not going to wash off.
It's just glue or something.
It's not.
Warning!
Look at this.
Warning! Poison hazard. Okay. Oh, look, the feet come out too.
Oh my god, this was a bad idea.
Yeah, you probably fucked up that $300 knife.
Fuck. I got more sticky
You're
shit
gonna
I
have to take
can't
the
wash
blade
off.
out. Yeah. Okay, now it is all over my fingers.